Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Ban with Retro Handhelds, as usual. It's Ban's hands, and today we're taking a look at something that's, well, it's a little bit sillier. We're taking a look at the game console, MyMini. Enough companies have tried using this little brand name to say, hey, we're actually game console. Another 3.5-inch 640 by 480 RK3326 handheld with the usual Mali-G31 MP2. This one actually does have a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, which is a little bit bigger than the other ones. You've got a lot of the information on the back, nothing on the bottom. The 5 colors on the top, which is a turquoise green, a white, a blue transparent, which I do have, a pink, as well as the black transparent. Bust it open. They could have been like the Miu Mini and just kind of shipped the case on its own. Ew. The texture of this is like kind of grippy, but also super shiny. You get your screen protector, though this one's like cheap plastic. I wouldn't put that one on personally. Okay, more stuff for the screen protector. USB-C to USB-A cable, as well as the manual. Other than that, it's just kind of the case. Anyways, once you kind of get a look at it, you're kind of looking at something that's about the same size as the Miu Mini. Well, Miu Mini Plus, I should specify. Has a little pull tab on the bottom. And there you go. You just get like direct access to the battery. Though looking at it, it's going to be one of those ones where the ribbon cables are underneath. So good luck with that. I'm not going to lie that this blue is actually really nice. Usually I make fun of a lot of the colors that I see. Like Powkitty's X35H is kind of more of a Rob, the Retro Tech Dad, says like melted Velveeta, and I can see that. But this blue is actually really nice, especially in combination with the white face buttons. On the sides, you've got your microSD card, your reset button, your power. On the top, you've got a single USB-C. This one says it's for OTG. On the right side, you've got your volume buttons and your second microSD card slot. This one's empty, so I'm assuming that would normally be your game card slot. On the bottom, you've got a headphone jack as well as the USB-C port for charging. On the back, you've got what looks looks like those angled shoulder buttons, though they're a bit loud and clicky here. Let's see if you can hear this. It's definitely reminiscent of some of those other game console systems, but I mean, if you know what you know what you like. If you like loud and clicky, that's fine. Anyways, once you get to the front, you've got the D-pad, which does not feel good. It's got a little bit of pivot, but overall it kind of sticks and kind of press it down pretty easily. On the right side, you've got a couple sets of face buttons, though in all honesty, face buttons are really either good or bad, or if you don't like Retroid buttons, they're loud and clicky. These feel fine. They take a good bit of pressure right off the bat. Middle, you've got start and select, super loud as well. And of course, your single switch stick, which actually, now that I think about it, if you're doing like RPGs, this could actually be a decent one-handed device. You hold in your right hand, face buttons, then you use the stick to control, then you get a larger screen and you don't have to struggle to reach across to the D-pad. Maybe that's why you buy this big screen RPG machine. I was looking for the speaker. It was right in front of me. One corner front firing speaker that's going to be immediately covered by my thumbs, depending on which angle I hold it at. So let's take a moment, turn it on. You get your single front-facing blinding LED light, though this one isn't too bright. Oh, the stick has RGB on it. Is there any way to turn that off? Wait, there's LED settings, green stick. Just to kind of check real quick, I'm gonna see what happens if I enable Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's what I thought. No Wi-Fi network gets picked up. As for the interface, it's actually pretty nice. EmuElec E5 v4.7. You've got a little bit of an EmuElec setup here. You got basically everything you could look for. They really preload these things. Power Rangers SPD. I used to play that a lot when I was a kid. It's a bad game, but it was super fun for me. Let's see, Shrek, Smashing Drive, Sonic, Advance. That way we can get the speaker test. Okay, it's not the loudest speaker in the world, but it doesn't distort once you get up really high. And in all honesty, it actually sounds pretty decent for what it is. It's kind of weird. The D-pad, well, the D-pad and the face buttons are almost a little bit like scratchy. The more you use it, the more you kind of forget about it. Right now, if you look for the MyMini, you can kind of find it between about $30 and $40 depending on where you look. And for that price, you're getting an RK3326. You kind of get the same thing as a lot of the other handhelds in this price range. Considering I'm not someone who's a fan of the MyMini ergonomics, it's not my favorite thing in the world, but for those of you that are, this is probably going to be super comfortable. I can see why someone would like this. And if you're holding it just, one hand, you can pretty much navigate the entire system with just the stick. They don't have every system in the world, but what they have is most of what people are looking for. Let's kind of just recap what you're getting right here. You're getting controls that aren't incredible, but I've also felt way worse. I've been picking up handhelds for 5 years at this point. I've kind of got a good idea of when something's actually just not usable at all. So it's not a bad looking device. And honestly, I do actually like the finish of the plastic. It's nice. It's kind of smooth, but the back has that little ribbing texture along the battery that actually makes it feel pretty nice overall. For $35, $40, it lands you in the same price point as like the R36S, the R36 Max Pro Plus models. But in my opinion, the biggest competition right now is that it lands you right next to the Battle XP G350. And as a device, that thing is just so much better. These two handhelds are really close in price to each other. Both of them are 3326s. Both of them have a 3.5-inch 4x3 640x480p display. Both of them have the whole transparent aspect to them. Both of them have, okay, these are good shoulder buttons. These are just kind of average. The XP has a 3200 milliamp hour battery. The MyMini has a 4000 milliamp hour battery. So that's where it wins, but almost everything else, it just kind of feels better in hand. This does. And because of that, this whole $30 to $45 3326 market has just become so competitive. It's not even funny. Is it good? I think it's decent for what it is. Are there other options? Obviously. But should you buy it? I think if you're looking for an RPG machine with a larger screen that you can do with just one hand, this actually would be a pretty good option. I know some people are calling out for Nintendo 64, but I'm not someone who'd really recommend that with this type of layout. You can't really do RPGs with something like this unless you're really going to try and stretch yourself. Be sure to keep an eye out on the Retro Handhelds channel as well as the website. You can find, new articles, new videos. Just be sure to keep an eye out on the website, the channel. And you know what? As always, thanks for watching. You have a good one. What is it this sub says? Take care of your handhelds, take care of your stick, take care of each other.
Unbox, the games come alive. Retro handhelds where memories thrive. From pixels to buttons and screens that